remote even. Alright guys, so we're going to be back with another informative Kayn game. We're up against Fiora, Rek'Sai, Lucian, Zilean, and Swain. Pretty interesting team composition here. You can see they have 2 melees, 3 range. A lot of people would think that this is a typical game to go blue, but I'm actually going to be going red. And the reason why is because you kind of want to map out what exactly you're aiming to do and how you're going to do it. So typically they have melees, 3 range. Usually if they have more range than melee, then you'd go blue, or you know, vice versa with red. And this game it's not going to be the case, and I'll explain why and how this is going to work. So blue Kayn typically plays side lane, and we can play off the Camille in the side lane. That's perfect, right? It usually works out. But oh wait, I think it's Zilean mid. I think they swapped. I'm tripping. But either way, the thing that I'm seeing is that to get my red form, I need to camp top, and if I'm camping top, I'm getting Camille ahead, and she won't need assistance in the side lane. And if we can win the side lane from me camping top, and then we could win the team fight from me being in the team fight with Ross, I think that's pretty crucial. So just looking at how tanky they are too, like they're very melee range. None of them really have a lot of kites. Usually that's Ross's biggest counters, people being able to kite him out. I don't know what kiting is. It's what AD carries do when they can space you. Pretty much just spacing and attacking while moving. That's what kiting is. So if they don't really have a good amount of spacing and kiting on their team, then Ross is really good because they're all very melee range. So melee range means that Ross is going to be great, and you know, I'm able to take red smite as well, which I think is amazing. The only thing that I'm a little bit worried about is the Zilean, but Zilean actually hard counters blue more than he does red. The issue with Zilean is that he could slow me down pretty harsh, so yeah, basically that's pretty much my game plan. Oh, Julia Cat, thanks much 6 months. That's so much. We're going to be pathing towards top. We're going to be looking to camp top lane, get him ahead, and then we're going to be looking to play off our bot lane. And looking for the gank top or mid early on, just know it's not like when you're there, you figure it out. You need to be prepping and watching from early on. So top, you know, she just went in, got a easy solo kill, use ignite, didn't use flash, but use the ignite there. So at least we know one thing's down. They see me on a ward, so they have an idea of where I'm at, have an idea of where I'm going to be. Ball lane's getting shoved in. Mid lane's getting shoved in. It might still be getting shoved. We'll see.
You're just a tool to me, Rust.
So top got a big wave shoved in, then Fiora backed off. A good way to punish this is to just look to kill Fiora when she comes back. And to do that, we're going to need a bait her, which could happen. But full HP Fiora is a little bit dicey to kill, so we might just have to take the L for the early game. Except what's happening. All the while, we're tracking where the enemy jung is. She started red, she pathed down, so this means that she's going to be looking for an early gank. Notice that she hasn't ganked yet, because obviously mid bot are both getting shoved in, so she can't gank her. But this is good, because if she can't get an early gank, she's going to get out CS, and if she gets out CS, then I'll outscale her. So by the time I get my form, I'll be way stronger than her as well. Yeah. Zilean might walk up there. To check when the camps respawn. Zilean walks up here. Oh, there he is. Alright, Rek'Sai should be pathing back down. I just reset early, because I don't really have much to do. Usually the time in between your camp respawns, this is why clearing fast is important. Camp in between, or the time in between camp respawn is typically when you look for ganks and you look for fights and whatnot. The Rek'Sai just used flash there, like 8 for Rek'Sai flash.
You said it's not me.
We're gonna sweep early because sometimes they can like put a deep ward. You could just look. We're gonna keep walking. Not in vision. Did see me on the last second tick of the war, and that's kind of sucky. I hit the scuttle though. Rek'Sai was missing one camp, so I figured it was the scuttle. For some reason, she went back up top during the bot scuttle. Maybe expecting to find me or find something cheesy. I don't know. That's pretty unlucky timing. I was 2 seconds off from getting a kill on their bot lane because the ward just died 2 seconds later. Unlucky. Rek'Sai should be pathing down right now. That's why their bot lane's playing a little bit more confident, a little bit more aggro. That's why I'm going to look for the repeat gank. Because they're low, and Rek'Sai isn't as strong as she thinks she is. Because I have a pickaxe reset. She probably has a similar one. Pickaxe. But if they're low and we're not low, then we should be fine. Alright, that's fine. They got a kill. Being there and supporting them so they could do what as they please is pretty important. It's a big wave, so we're also going to make sure that it's denied this. Not going to face check, though. Nice. That's good. Yeah, being able to deny and punish that much CS and XP, really huge. It's game winning for bot lane. When top lane died early on, I instantly had to reroute my playstyle and my pathing, be more, you know, leaning towards the players that I can play off of as opposed to not play off of. And if my top laner is dying 1v1 early on, that pretty much is just a massive indicator that I can't play off them. So we're going to have to change the playstyle. We're going to have to change our outlook on the game. We might even have to go blue here. Some games you have to adapt really harsh, where, you know, obviously if you can't play off a losing lane, you shouldn't try and make things work with someone who's, you know, not playable off of. You need to find people that you synergize with as a jungler, and if you synergize with no one, well then you just gotta farm and pray for some free shutdowns to come your way. Just be at the right place at the right time and watching the map a lot. It's typically how you win games when you're really far behind. Try and farm the camps you can farm. This is 39 CS, so if he did invade my top side, he left 1 CS out. Plus he took 3 extra CS from mid lane, but we'll see. Okay, no, he didn't invade me. He took 3 CS from mid lane. I'd have taken the Gromp. If it didn't take Wolves, it wouldn't hurt to check the Gromp. Truthfully wouldn't. He still took it though, but whatever. The defensive ward. Because we're not really ahead. Fine. Until I get my form, then I'll be ahead. If he wanted it, he would have taken it instantly. That's why I knew I could take this. It's either too low or doesn't have smite, and that's why they backed off. It's game time. What's up, Pete the Heat? How's it going? Pete the Heat, how are you doing, sir? Alright. Botlane's got really good vision set up. This ward right there defends them a lot. So Rek'Sai can't do anything aggressive. I should be heading down right now, but I want to get red buff just in case. Oh, darn. Gotta head down ASAP for the red.
Don't you have any flair
He tried to knock me up there. Nice! I knew I could pull that off. Perfect. Good pathing by the Rek'Sai. She ignored that ward there. Just went straight for the bot lane gang. She found the one angle that wasn't warded. But see, the thing is I wanted her to do that. And notice how I don't stop to try and finish my red buff. I just go immediately. Because in those plays, if you hesitate for a second, you're going to screw over your team. This is a huge issue, and this is probably the most common trait that every single one of you that watches probably has done yourself, or you consistently do. And it's hesitation. You should never hesitate. You should always be confident. If you're going to go for a play, go for it. If you're not, don't. You know? Don't ever be like, oh, should I not? No, is this going to work? You always need to just be like, once you make up your mind, you stick to it. You have to be very stubborn with your plays. You can't be like willing to, you know, be in and out. You can't be half in, half out. You need to be committed to whatever you're doing. Not just in League, in life too, to be honest. If you're gonna do something, do it all the way. Don't stop going all the way until you can. Until you can't do it no more. Then maybe you can stop. Not even stop, you just tone it down. Good method to play. But yeah, bot lane's winning really hard now. Notice how I turned me pathing into a losing lane into me pathing into a winning lane and being able to play and make plays through them. And by making plays through them, you know, counter gank, setting up vision, getting objectives. This is how you play off a lane. When you play a farm heavy jungler such as Kayn, to make sure that you are playing towards 1 or 2 lanes. You can't play off 3 lanes. If you're playing off 3 lanes, you're playing a champ like Rek'Sai, or maybe Lee Sin, or, you know, maybe something else that's very aggressive. Okay? Wow! I actually saw that. That was insane. Oh, well played. Wait, let me. Good job there. Jesus. That was a good play. It's a good time to get ripped. By the time I get my form, I'll hard outscale Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai needs 3 items to outscale Rost, but if Rost gets 3 items, then she'll never outscale. That's how it works. And I'm gonna get 3 items before her, so it's not I tell you. Definitely gonna go red this game. I mean, I guess we could go blue, purple. Both game that is, where you go your blue form. You want to go red, but no, people don't think purple Kayn is good anymore. They think it's bad. They think it's unplayable. I don't think that's true. I just think it's situational. And teams where comps where you want a team fight and have CC and play off like your front to back, that's where Ross is good. He's good at solo carrying games. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like blue is just moves around the map a lot faster. And if you play with high tempo jungling is something that not a lot of players can do. Not a lot of players even know what that is or how to do it, you know? So I think that's what scares a lot of people off, but that's what I'm here to teach you guys, right? Ah, I gotta flash that one. I should have held my my ulti, but ooh. I thought Jhin would get the last hit, and as you can see, I'm playing off Jhin, so I want to give him gold. Team player. Believe it or not, I actually am. So I will go blue, aka purple, which is purple essentially is the mixture of red and blue. So you take red and blue runes, you mix them together, and you go whatever form you get first. And the reason why it's called purple is because, if you guys don't think about colors, if you mix red and blue together, you get purple, right? But the only difference between when you go red and blue with these runes and with this build is I get tiers. I get tier on blue. If you don't know, blue has way lower CDs. The ability CD is way lower. Yeah, Rek'Sai sees me here, by the way. This might be warded. It's a Trinket. Not Trinket? She has Sweeper. Maybe Fiora put a Trinket. But notice how they both backed off immediately when I walked into the jungle. Someone has to have put a ward there, but not exactly sure. I don't need to really deal with top because I have a fed bot lane and we're just going to play off that. We're going to play through that. We're going to use our bot lane, get bot objectives, and to play, control the map. I mean, Fiora's ahead, but she's not that ahead. Ow. Just watching for them to, or pinging for them to watch me, just in case something crazy happens here. Just gonna take his camps right now. Just punishing Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai took one of my camps, so. Oh. Cool. But typically you want to save my charges. Notice we just took all of our camps, now we can just get the dragon. I might control ward, that's about it. That's why extra control wards is good too. So if you're ever going to look for an invade and you know you're going to be there, having 2 smite charges is always ideal. 1 for fighting and 1 for smiting. I always say. But that's only if you're going to go for a deep invade. Normally you only want to have 1 charge, because that way you're not wasting too much time. Because smiting obviously helps you clear a lot faster. And speed is everything. Especially when you're playing Kayn. A lot of people don't even know the smallest tactics, like just queuing around actually makes you move faster. So if you have like a blue buff or you have a lot of mana, you could just queue around. Oh wait, whoops, I misclicked. Terrain like bugged me out. This is actually on the terrain instead of the rugs. Look at Rek'Sai's build. She's building the 1-shot. So just imagine if you don't get 1-shot. Build falls off really fast. But you have to understand how items work, how champs work, and then once you do, then it's easy to counter them. And you know what to do on your own. That's why I'm here. Always happy to help. If you guys ever have any questions, you can always feel free to ask me, and I'll try to answer as many as I can. Okay, so we're just gonna farm our top side. Farm blue, farm Gromp. Viewer's looking for the all-in. Rek'Sai is here. Nice. I hold my ult just in case she tries to flash or anything. As you can imagine, Janna is a pretty good counter towards assassins because of the durability changes. So Janna, really big right there. It's really big. I have a lot of auto attack damage, so Blade Steel Caps would not be the worst idea, personally. But I think I will just rush Death Stance. I find that to be a lot more efficient. If you have Ionian Boots and then you get Death Stance, Ionian Boots help you get items because you're so much stronger early on. When you mix the Gore Drinker with the Ionian Boots, because Gore Drinker is giving you 7 ability haste per item as well. So every item you get, you want to look for early item power spikes, like quick, easy. So if you even want to, you can go Cleaver into Frozen Heart. I could do that instead. That works really well as well, especially with the Manamine build. Oof, it is beautiful. There's so many great builds you can do, so I'm sure a lot of you creative minds out there like can think of some. Whenever they put down Vision, I like to counter it immediately. It asserts dominance, and it also just gives you more control over the map. Rek'Sai's moving on them. Jhin doesn't flash, he's doomed, but if he does flash, then maybe he'll be fine. Notice how I'm a bruiser, so I do look to do like the one-hit combo, but I'm not like in it for one time only. Yora's aiming me, but I got stunned because he just bombs himself. That sucks. Well, if Fiora gets the kill on Jhin, I think we might be doomed. For now, we might. My bad, I got bombed. I had to like hard exit away from Zilean. I wanted to like exit here and just EQ the wall. Get a good heal on that, but I griefed it. Alright, here. We'll get the Cleaver for Frozen Heart build this game. Don't really have a lot of armor stackers, but I mean it's good regardless. Yeah. Okay, if Janna gets Putrefier, I probably don't need to get Chainsword. Gunpoke Chainsword's pretty good though with the ability haste it gives you now. It's solid if you need the anti-O, but if we already have anti-O, we don't need it. It's kind of like double dipping. I don't need that. Typically, you only need 2 for a team, but camp like Janna can give it to everyone because the E and the ult, so be big. Notice how he didn't do it in the center. He did it on me, so that shows that it's warded all the way to the side. But just because it's warded doesn't mean anything. I can go clear the ward, but it's fine. Nah. Oh, that's a lot of damage from Jhin. I don't want to like face check the Rek'Sai here. He might be in our jungle, to be honest. Cause I mean I could actually face check her, right? Where is she? Ran all the way up top side. That's weird. We really just not want the dragon. Why Rift if all tier 1 towers are down? This tier 1 tower mid is still up. Good question though. Typically you don't do second Rift if all tier 1 towers are down. See, they still have one. Probably just didn't see it because it's covered with Rek'Sai tunnels. So, I don't blame you, but smart to know that. Shouldn't do that. It is a massive waste of time and XP. And also another good reason is because they have objective bounties, so to deny it from them by just not giving it. So notice how I did Rift before I did Dragon, so they couldn't trade Rift for Dragon. It was like a minute prior. This is like pre-prepping your objectives. Whenever you pre-prep, you usually want to like just get Vision, sure you clear your top side, and in that circumstance, I cleared the Rift as well. That's why. Question though. Keep him coming. I like him. Alright. Alright. Nice. I love sums there. You notice I can dive and be very aggressive still, but also very safe. Very important to know that. Oh, we should take this. And if you guys don't know, you regenerate a lot more mana in the jungle. So, this is why usually if you're out of mana as a jungler, you just want to go into the jungle or the river. Regen a lot more mana. Alright, I get Cleaver. Cleaver, Frozen Heart, Mana Man. It is a very strong build. And by then, Janna should definitely have Putrefier. Be awesome. My favorite thing is stacking up Conquer like this and then looking to fight more. So notice I still have Conquer stacked. Nice. So stacking Conquer on a support and then just going in for a big fight is usually a real big secret to how you can pop off in fights really hard. Oh, Fiora's not down here. Surprise. Oh, she went top. That's also surprising. She's looking for the Sylas solo kill. I think her best bet right now. Trying to solo kill Sylas. Oh, they're two-manning him actually. How often do I go Tabbies? Tabbies are pretty good when they have like a lot of auto attack damage, but I didn't necessarily think it was too useful this game. Like going Ionians is pretty solid too. You notice I still have damage, but I also have a lot lower CDs, and I also have a lot more sustain. This is really the main premise behind Loser or Purple Kayn. A lot of people that don't believe in this working, you just have to try it out, personally. Like, it's something you just have to try out. I know a lot of people, I get them to play Kayn simply because of this build, because of how fun it is. To be able to play the fights like Ross, but have the mobility of Blue Kayn, it's quite simply the best of both worlds, right? This is why this build works out so well. People think it's the worst of both worlds, but they're just the people that don't understand how to utilize Kayn's kit properly. Because obviously you have a lot of mobility, so you have to use that to your advantage. So that to my advantage, I'm moving around the map faster, objectives faster, farming camps faster. Farming camps faster, everything. High tempo, and you have the team fighting capabilities as Ross does. Pretty cool. And if you don't know what Ross is, it's Red Kayn. Probably reset earlier, but I was too caught up in trying to kill this guy. You know what? I'm still pretty caught up in trying to kill this guy. We could just chase him down. We have 20 seconds till Dragon. Yeah, if we could chase him, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, if you can ever get a pick before Dragon, that pretty much just solidifies it. Because then they have to walk into you. That's why pre-prepping objectives is smart. So to have like vision or just to have control over an objective. And now we can just get it. Rek'Sai's left with one option, and that's to try and go for this suicide steal. And if she does, well then we could just do the Baron. There she is. There she is. Do I give her the chance to 50-50 or what? Nah. Yeah, you can't hop from there to there when you're inside Camille ult. It doesn't work like that. Or the Mountain Soul. I wouldn't say it's a game-winning soul, but it is a game-changing soul for sure. It definitely gives you a lot to work with. I love playing like super aggressive like this. Or I could just go in and be super crazy. Not have to worry about dying. Oof. Good vision.
Look upon your savior.
Alright. Alright, she flashed. Nice. See, notice Fiora, even if she's fed, she can't do anything because she's not a good teamfight champ. Not a good teamfight champ. That's why playing with 2 bot lane wasn't a bad idea either. I could buy Frozen Art right now if I wanted. Let's get Manamune right next. Or I could buy Manamune if I want to. Gotta get a couple more gold. Let's see, which one would I rather want? More damage or more tank? Well, once Janna gets that Putrefier, then Animune's probably the better option here. Oh, GG. Never mind. It's over. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.